Hey everybody, Will Davis with the Monroe County Reporter. The top story in this week's newspaper: a Monroe County Water Department clerk has been fired just hours after a jury determined that she had taken a Bolingbroke man's home who had dementia, and the jury ordered the home to be returned to his heirs. Her name is Alita Mays Dent. She's worked for the county over 5 years, and she was let go on Wednesday, just hours after that jury returned a verdict in her favor. It was a civil case. The family of Fred Cross sued Miss Dent in Monroe County Superior Court, claiming that she had him fraudulently put the home on Gibson Road in her name. The jury agreed that she scammed the gentleman who passed away in 2021, Fred Cross, and the home was awarded back to the heirs of Mr. Cross. Mays Dent, making her defense and representing herself in the trial, said that Mr. Cross was abusive to his children and that he had no plans to give them the home. But the jury felt otherwise, and the home has been returned. And now the Monroe County Sheriff's Office is investigating Miss Dent and her relationship with Mr. Cross. They say that any criminal investigation would probably not lead back to the Monroe County Water Department where she worked, even though some customers have complained that their bills are way too high. See more details in this week's Reporter. A Florida man faces multiple charges after he fled Monroe County deputies last week before he lost control of his car and crashed into a Hall County deputy's car at the Super 8 Motel in Forsyth. It started on Thursday, August 11th, when Deputy Anthony Rock Thompson saw a vehicle described as a Dodge Charger going southbound on I-75 near the Highway 42 exit, going too slow in the left lane, impeding traffic. Thompson went to make a traffic stop, and that's when Donald Morse, 31, of Apopka, Florida, took off. He fled down the Highway 42 exit and went on Collier Road to Indian Springs and went into the old Walmart parking lot where the Monroe Medical Center is, and then he came out on Lee Street to Patrol Road, finally winding his way up to the Super 8, where he lost control in the curve and crashed into a deputy's car. He then ran on foot from there to the Waffle House before he was finally apprehended. It turns out that he has 10 warrants for his arrest in DeKalb County. He ran for good reason, but not really, because DeKalb County said they're still under COVID restrictions and did not want to pick him up. Still, Mr. Morse faces multiple charges here in Forsyth. See more details in this week's Reporter.
Meet all your glass needs right here in Monroe County. Glass Technologies, located at 8499 Riverly Road in Bolingbroke, offers in-house glass cutting, custom glass shower enclosures, residential and commercial glass replacement, and sunroofs. They specialize in residential services and provide free estimates on all their work, no matter how big or small. Give them a call, 478-993-2101, or find them on Facebook.
Hey, I'm Donna Wilson with this week's Monroe County Reporter Incident of the Week. A man in a red truck at the Ingalls Gas Express on Tift College Drive, August the 8th, admitted to Officer Richard Maddox that he had just shoplifted 2 Powerade drinks and lemon pepper chicken from a nearby Ingalls market, and his female passenger admitted she was with him when he took the items, so she was also handcuffed and placed in a patrol car. The manager of Ingalls provided Maddox with a receipt totaling $11.64 for the shoplifted items and the video footage of the theft. See more on 4C.
Forsyth City Council giving an extension to developer Otis Ingram to resume work on his Forsyth Station Senior Center right on Brooklyn Avenue before they begin condemnation proceedings. That happened on Monday night. Many residents have complained about the half-built senior living center on Brooklyn Avenue. Mr. Ingram saying that he had money issues and has not been able to complete the project, and the city beginning to pressure him and others. The city council making a list of 17 properties they consider blight. But Mr. Ingram went to city council on Monday night and persuaded council to give him more time. They gave him until February. He says he plans to scale down the project and just do phase 1 with 20 units and finish the clubhouse. See more details in this week's report.
Hey, Monroe County, whether you need garage floors, basements, pool decks, or driveway patios, Concrete Coatings are the ones to call. Commercial or residential, they offer a 5-year warranty. Free estimates, call today. Concrete Coatings, serving all of Middle Georgia.
Hello, my name is Terry Johnson, and I write Monroe Outdoors for the Reporter. For generations, wildlife biologists have been seeking ways to increase the number of wood ducks raised every year. In this week's column, I'm going to talk about some fascinating research that was recently completed at the Savannah River Nuclear Plant. In this study, people have found that remarkably, their findings have demonstrated that perhaps one of the key factors in increasing wood duck numbers are the presence of what they call super females. These are hens that for some reason are able to produce more young than other hens. Now the question is, what makes a super hen wood duck a super duck? All of this and more in this week's Reporter.
Hey y'all, it's Tammy Rafferzeter with the Monroe County Reporter and this week's Everyday Hero. To most of us, McDonald's is just a place where you can jump off the interstate for a quick burger and some great fries, but to others, it can be a place to learn important life lessons about hard work and having high standards. Forsyth native Marquise Davis worked at McDonald's restaurant on North Lee Street for a year and a half during his high school years as part of the work-based learning program at Mary Persons. He was also a member of the track team as a 200-meter runner. After graduating in 2014, he went straight into the U.S. Navy for 4 years in San Diego, achieving the rank of E5. Marquise comes from a military family. His father, Karam Sullivan, was also in the Navy, as well as his aunt, Chief Warrant Officer Monica Sandrick, and her daughter, Samantha, is also in the Navy. Several other of Marquise's cousins are also members of the military. His mother is Therabane Davis. After he was discharged, Marquise studied psychology at Mid-Georgia Tech, but after a year and a half decided it wasn't for him and reevaluated his goals and decided to do something that he loves. He then enrolled in the Body Design University to study to become a personal trainer. He now works part-time at the Fitco Health Club on Patrol Road as a personal trainer, as well as supplementing his income by doing anything and everything at his part-time jobs at McDonald's. Marquise says the best thing about working at the restaurant is his co-workers who keep him going when he feels down. He said the worst thing is staffing issues. He loves his job at McDonald's, but sees himself as a full-time personal trainer in 5 years. His advice to the young folks just starting out: don't just settle for anything. Always reach for your goals. Keep pushing forward and always towards progress. Don't look back. Very wise words from this week's Everyday Hero.
Well, Monroe County will be the home of a new bank. The Bank of Dudley announcing that it was opening a 6th branch here in Forsyth. They'll start off in the Bryant Engineering Building right there next to the Pickled Okra before eventually building their own branch, their own new building. They cannot say where that building will go, but indeed it is coming here. The Bank of Dudley already has branches in East Dublin, Dublin, Jeffersonville, and, of course, Dudley. The bank is owned by a Forsyth lady, Beth Vaughn. and she and her husband James Vaughn live in Forsyth. And see more details about the Bank of Dudley in this week's Reporter.
Hey, this is Diane Gladwell at Monroe County Reporter. One thing we have in the Reporter this week is to let everybody know that the Kingdom Builders is gearing up for the work they're going to do during the school system's fall break. It will be October 14th and 15th. That's Friday and Saturday. And if you don't know what Kingdom Builders is, they have helped out folks in Monroe County for a number of years. It's a group of people who want to help with housing problems, which, we know there are a lot of those folks that just need a little help with renovations or a ramp or help with roofing or something small or large. But this is an organized group that is groups like Circle of Care participate, and Forsyth United Methodist Church has taken a lead in organizing it, and they gather volunteers that includes youth and anybody that would like to come out and help, because there's something for everyone to do, especially some skilled construction folks who can take the lead and use the volunteers who haven't acquired these skills yet to get something done. And right now they're taking applications of folks that can use the help. This is for homeowners, and we have the applications here at the Reporter office, so we'd love for you to come get an application, because they need the applications so they can go out and look at the work sites and see if it's something they will be able to take care of. And they are limited in what they can do only by the number of volunteers and the donations that they get. They appreciate donations of materials, donations of money to buy materials. And as well as this being a mission to help folks that need repairs, it's also a mission to help the volunteers and the youth, to give them an opportunity to give back to the community and to work together and to be aware of what some of the needs in the community are. So anyway, check out the Reporter for more information, and there's all kinds of interesting things in the Reporter for you to become aware of.
The Mary Persons Bulldogs will open the season on Saturday at Mercer Five-Star Stadium, where they'll play the Northeast Raiders. The Bulldogs, looking to improve on their 7-4 season last year, have a lot of good skill players returning, but need to rebuild the offensive line. All the players and the schedules and the matchups and the new coaches, stories, and more. All the best coverage of Mary Persons football in this week's Pigskin Preview 2022. 20-page section in this week's Reporter, the best preview of MP football. Find it in this week's Reporter.
I told you you're the best thing I ever saw.